Hey y'all, welcome back to Tony TV, and it's time for the takeover. Now we on episode 2 of the challenge, new season, Challenge Wednesdays. We on that, so I'm gonna jump straight into this episode because a lot was happening. So for starters, it's the Daily Challenge. So this week it's called Heli Heist. You have one team partner that's in the helicopter, and when the other partner is in the sunroof of a Range Rover. So the person that's in the helicopter has to throw down gems that are in a bag to the partners in the car, and they have to collect them all and put them inside of a bag. And then once they get all the way down the line, like it's like a road that they driving down. So once they drive all the way down the road, the partner that's in the car has to get out of the car and run with the bag to the finish line to stop their time. So the goal of this mission is for you to collect the most gems in the least amount of time. So like you want to be quick when you get out the Range Rover, and you want to hurry up and like lock in your time, but you also want to get as many gems collected as possible. But it wasn't that easy trying to throw them gems from top of the helicopter on down to the car. And like at some points the cars would like split and go further apart, so they weren't directly under the helicopter, making it easy for the gems to land inside. So that was a challenge for a lot of them. A lot of them was missing it. The gems was flying everywhere outside of the car. The players couldn't reach it. Some people had the sun in their eyes, so they just couldn't catch nothing. It was tragic. Also, what we found out is that Josh's partner, Josh is initially from Big Brother, but he's been on a few seasons of the challenge. His partner was Lauren from Love Island, US. She got deactivated for some reason. They don't tell us why, but she's not here anymore. And you know, on the challenge, if your partner leaves early, they got to replace them with somebody else. So, driving down the street, we get Amber B, who is last season's female champ, and she's also from Big Brother as well. So her and Josh kind of have a little bit of history together. So now, Josh and Amber B are partners. So that's gonna be an interesting duo because they have history from last season when Josh, Casey, and Fessy, all people that was originally from Big Brother, kind of teamed up against Amber B and kind of neglected her from their initial Big Brother alliance and went against her, and when she needed help from them, they weren't on her side, even though she had been helping them all game. So it's gonna be interesting to see now Josh and Amber having to work together and be on the same team. It can't be against each other because I know they don't have trust for each other right now. But okay, so back to the challenge. So at the end, it was two teams that came in top. It was Casey and Emmanuel with 28 gems, and then it was Fessy and Esther with 30 gems. So Fessy and Esther won. They're now the agencies of the week. So as you know, the agencies, they're going to get to pick who goes down in the elimination against whoever the house vote is. Last week, you have Tori and Kelz. They hooking up, they chilling, they vibing. But Tori also knows she's there to focus on her game, so she's not worried too much about Kelz. But you know, you in this house for however many months, you know, you get a little lonely. You need somebody to keep you company. So Kelz her company at the moment. Then on the other hand, you got Nelson and Ashley who hooking up as well. And like I said before, Ashley is crazy. So Nelson need to be careful because you don't want to piss Ashley off. You piss Ashley off, things are gonna go left. She's gonna mess up your game. It's just all gonna go downhill. Nelson didn't take no heed to that, even though he don't know Ashley for years. And he started messing around with this girl named Berna. Berna, I don't know, I believe she's from Turkey. I'm not sure which show, but she's from Turkey. And Nelson starting to vibe with her a little bit, but also trying to talk to Ashley at the same time. And Ashley ain't that girl that you finna be double dipping on and think she's gonna be okay. Like Ashley don't move like that. Ashley's very possessive, territorial, so it's not gonna fly. And I can already tell by the beginning of the episode it's not gonna fly and it's not gonna go well. But I didn't think it was gonna go left so quick. So in the episode you see that Ashley and Nelson, they hook up and whatever. Alright, so that's that part. Then later on, a few days later, you know, they go out to the club, they vibing, and now Nelson is talking to Berna, and Ashley don't like that at all. So when they get back to the house, Ashley flip out. She snap on Nelson. She snap on Berna. She don't want to have nothing to do with Berna. She don't want her around. She telling Nelson that he playing her and all this kind of stuff. Now she crying. She on a rampage. And you know Ashley gonna have a meltdown every season. So I'm not surprised it happened, but I didn't think it was gonna happen this soon. I think it was gonna happen over a guy. Usually Ashley meltdowns is because people turn on her in the game when she get voted in when she don't want to be, stuff like that. It's usually never over a guy. But the problem is she catches feelings for Nelson, which she shouldn't have did in the first place, because as far as Nelson know, they just hooking up for fun. But Ashley don't caught feelings. Now the F went from fun to feelings. It's gonna go left because now her feelings is all mixed into it. So now she's not gonna think straight. She's not thinking about the game no more. She's thinking about her love life, and that's not what you come to the challenge for. You don't come there for love. The challenge has never been about love. It's about winning and taking home this money, and she should know that as a former winner. So I don't know why she's taking this so hard all of a sudden, but she is. So it's not gonna play out well. Now Berna feel like she's a target because as a rookie, you don't want eyes on you for any reason, especially not because of over a boy, people thinking like you're hooking up with this guy, you're politicking or whatever the case may be. So now the eyes are pointing at Berna as an easy vote, especially because she's a rookie. So vets are like, oh, okay, well they have this little drama going on, it's easy to throw her in. But she had nothing to do with it really, like she just cooling. It's Nelson that's making this whole love triangle and causing all this mess. but Burn is a casualty in all of it. Okay, so then we have a main topic of this episode. You have Kelz, who's from Too Hot to Handle. He's one of I think he's honestly the biggest rookie that came into this new season. So obviously he already posed as a threat to the vets. They see him as somebody that could potentially take them out. If he's in the game too long, he can cause some damage and make some power moves. So vets already shook from him by the beginning. So they want to figure out what can we do to get him out of here. We got to get him out. He can't stay in this game for too long and get comfortable. And so they make up this whole thing of, oh, he's the ringleader for the rookies. He's making deals here, left and right with everybody. Whoop de whoop. All right, I'm like, okay, maybe he has. We just haven't seen it. I don't know. But we're going to find out as the episode goes on. We get to when they're out at the club. Fessy tries to make a deal with Kelz. He's like, if I don't vote you in this week or have the house vote for you, then you don't vote for me in upcoming weeks. And is it a good deal? Yes, but also Kelz isn't dumb. And so he already knows that Fessy can't be trusted. Because if you watch any season of the challenge so far, you know Fessy's out for himself. Fessy's there to play for himself. He's not that loyal to many people. So Kelz is like, why would I trust you already so early in the game to make this deal with you when you probably won't hold on to it anyway? So in that sense, Kelz is very smart because I wouldn't have made a deal with Fessy either as a rookie because you're not going to keep that. I'm still a rookie at the end of the day, so you have no loyalty to me over the vet. So even if you are going to make this deal with me, I'm still at the bottom of your totem pole compared to all the vets you have above me that you're keeping deals with as well. So I wouldn't have took that deal either. So I feel like on Kel's part, that was a good choice. But they're trying to figure out what female to throw in. You have Emmy, who was causing a lot of drama the first episode with Michaela and their nomination ceremony, arguing with Michaela back and forth. So it's like, okay, that's an easy person to throw in. But then you got Fessy. Now that Amber B's in the game, he doesn't trust Amber B, so he wants to throw Amber B in off the bat already. And Josh like, hold on, player, slow down, take it easy. Because you gotta remember, Josh and Amber are currently partners, so Josh doesn't want him to also be thrown or his game to be in jeopardy because of what Fessy chooses to do. So he tells Fessy, nah, you can't do that right now. I need her to help me win some challenges. So now, but also the problem is Fessy still feel like he can't trust Amber B. And granted, I understand they're not on good terms, so obviously you don't feel like you can trust her. But if y'all have a veteran truth, you might as well stick to it and not take the shot so early. It's only week 2. What's the point of taking the shot already? It's some of those people you can get out sooner than that before you even get to Amber, so I wouldn't even worry about her right now. But you know Fessy just being Fessy, he's paranoid. Then we get to the nomination ceremony. So Josh, obviously Josh of all people, Josh is good for being messy, drama it out, and crying. That's all Josh do on the challenge. So he decides to call out Kelz and be like, oh, you're making so many promises with so many people, you can't keep all of them, you can't be trusted, this, that, and the third. So Kelz is very if you ever watch Too Hot to Handle, you know Kelz is very cool, calm, collected. He's rational, he don't overreact and scream and go back and forth. He's very at peace half the time. He really being zen. I look up to Kelz in that sense because I would like to be that much in zen as well. So Kelz is asking him so who have I made deals with? If you keep saying I make deals, who have I made the deals with? Crickets. Josh has no answer for him. Josh doesn't know who he made deals with. Josh just throwing that out there to throw something out there. So then Kelz is like, all right, you said I made deals. So Kelz goes around the room and asks every guy and every female, did I make a deal with you? Everybody said nah. So now Josh, you look stupid, clearly. But problem is, as a rookie, if the target gets put on your back for any reason, whether it's true or false, it's easy this early in the game for everybody to just vote for you regardless. Because it's why would I make waves or do anything different this early in the season? People don't like to make waves in the game so early. So it was okay, they already put the target on your back. I might as well vote for you, because majority of people are already going to vote for you anyway, so I might as well just tag along. And it's not me going in, so I might as well just vote for you regardless. So obviously nomination's over. It's time for everybody to nominate. And it's Tracy and Kelz. Tracy is Kelz's partner. So Tracy and Kelz have to go down to elimination. So we get to elimination ceremony. So now it's time for Fessy and Esther to vote somebody into elimination against Tracy and Kelz. So they decide to vote in Emmy and Ed. Ed is from the circle. He just came in last week as the replacement for Nam. So Emmy and Ed versus Tracy and Kelz. So the elimination is going to be flipping agents. So they got this little cage, a little board thing that one partner has to lay on, and the other partner has to flip them over. And when they flip them over, they have to use a magnetic line to pick up these magnetic cubes. Problem is with the cube, it's a cube got plenty of sides, but only 2 sides of the cube has magnets to it. So when they try to pick up the magnet, there's only 2 sides they can go to actually get it to actually work. So that made it very difficult for them. So they had to pick up the cubes. It was 12 cubes. Pick up all the cubes, get flipped back over, add a cube to their collection. Then once they have all 12 cubes, they have to solve a puzzle. So we're going through it. They're picking them up. You got Emmy and Ed are up by 1 cube, but then Tracy ass started struggling. She couldn't get the cubes up. She would get it up halfway, and then she would try to like keep grabbing it with just the magnetic line instead of grabbing the cube itself, and it would separate. Because obviously the cube is heavy, so if you should try to grab it only with the magnetic line, the cube it's gonna fall apart. So the cube kept dropping. She kept having to try to pick it up again. So at that point, Emmy and Ed done got a lead of like they're up by like 3 cubes at this point. And so he's like, oh shit, Emmy and Ed about to win it. It looked like it's about to be a clean sweep, honestly. But then Emmy ends up folding and she flipped one of her cubes to the side that doesn't have a magnet on it. So now Emmy and Ed are struggling to get that line. Now they're on their last cube that they need to pick up, and they struggling to get it. So at this point, now Tracy and Kelz done caught up, and now they both neck and neck. Only have 1 cube left that they need to each get. So now it's down to the wire. One team gonna win. Let's see who gonna do it. Who gonna get it done? So at that point, Emmy and Ed get their last cube up first. So they get their last cube up. Ed flip it back up, uncage her. He starts solving the puzzle. Cause what I found out is Ed is an engineer. So Ed, he got it up there. He's a smart guy. So Ed sees off the bat that the puzzle is a map of the world, of the entire world. So Ed get to going, he's solving that puzzle. Then you got Tracy and Kelz, they get their last piece up. So now they both up trying to solve the puzzle. They at it, they going neck and neck. But at the end of the day, Emmy and Ed pulled that bit out. They got it done faster. So Fessy, the vet, all of them, they ended up getting what they wanted. Tracy and Kelz got sent home, got sent packing. Hate to see it. So now you got Emmy and Ed who just won, and like they do after every elimination this season, they get to decide if they want to stay partners or choose somebody else. They're very smart because Emmy and Ed know that by being a rookie team, it's easy to keep throwing them down over and over again because the vets don't lose any numbers. They keep nominating rookies only to go into elimination. So Emmy and Ed know that they need to split up and join new teams in order to further their chances in the game. Emmy chooses Devin. Still not understanding why Devin's a hot commodity all of a sudden, but Emmy chooses Devin. She's very excited about it. Don't get it. Ed chooses Tori. Also, Tori, another hot commodity. Like, literally, just last week, the same 2 people got picked to be stolen. So I'm just like, what's so hot about Tori and Devin? Don't get me wrong, Tori's a very strong player, and Devin, he's a mastermind behind a lot of plans. But also, it's a lot of other people in the challenge as well that they could also be choosing. I don't know if it's because of the connections that Devin and Tori have with other players that like it should keep them in a good spot and keep them safe for a while. Like, I don't know if it's just that connection alone. It's like, okay, well, they're good enough people, they have big alliances that they'll keep me safe as well as long as I'm on the team with them. But they seem to be the 2 people that everybody want to be on the team with, Tori or Devin. So I really hope it work out for them. They keep getting switched left and right. It's like you can't really build a partnership with somebody if you keep getting switched from team to team over and over again. Like, you can't actually develop a chemistry within your partner if you keep switching so many times and y'all keep switching with rookies that y'all don't even know that well. So now you have to build this connection on the fly during the challenge, make it work, and hopefully be able to pull something out and win. Like, y'all know what y'all communication gonna be like, but y'all keep getting these new partners. So I'm praying it works out for them. We're gonna see how long they even stay partners at this point, because as we see every episode, partners gonna keep changing over and over again. So since Emmy and Ed just stole Devin and Tori, now Corey L and Michelle now become partners. So now if you remember from last week, Corey L and Michelle got thrown into elimination together, even though they weren't on the same team, to go against Michaela and I can't remember her partner name, but to go against Michaela and the guy that was her partner at the time. So now Michelle and Corey L are partners. So now that's also, once again, it's a rookie team, and it's a rookie team that has 1 elimination. So that looks as poses a threat to the vets, because okay, you've already been elimination once and you won. So now it's like, do I put you in again so that you take more people out for me? Or do I put you in again because now I want you to go home? So now the toss up between either, but it's like either way they're gonna want to put y'all up because we've already put you in there once. So instead of targeting other teams, throwing other people in there that could have negative drawback on us, we can put you in again because we've already done it once. So let's just keep it going. So at this point, it's time for the rookies to win something. They need to win next week's daily and take some power out of the vets' hands to put them up on the block and have them up for elimination. The vets are literally gonna pick them off one by one until the vets decide to turn on each other, which I know as of right now they probably won't turn on each other, but the time's gonna come, somebody gonna pull the trigger. I don't know when it's gonna be. I feel like maybe by week 5 things might get a little heated. Like, I don't see the vets lasting too long of all being on good terms. So, you know, that's how this week went. It wasn't too crazy of a week. Not like it wasn't a lot of game talk, nothing crazy. At the end of the day, they got their target out. So, you know, Fessy, Josh, all of them happy at the moment. The alliance is doing well. So we're gonna see what next week brings and see how they do. We're gonna see how they compete. And yeah, Challenge Wednesdays, we on that. Catch y'all next week.